for number two. And let's talk about Giorgio Armani. So, like, shortly after I posted the story about Roland Ray, and I was working on that and everything this morning, I'll get an alert that Giorgio Armani passed away at 91. And you know what? It's sad because when you think about Roland Ray, he was so damn young, but at least he did so much in the little time that he was on the earth. However, when we talk about Giorgio Armani is an icon within the fashion world. And 91 is definitely a good enough time to have been living on this earth, doing what need to be done in regards to making your mark in the world of fashion. So the Italian designer passed away peacefully in his home on Thursday, surrounded by his family. In a statement released today, the fashion designer announced his death with infinite sorrow. Or the fashion house, sorry. Armani died just weeks ahead of his planned 50th anniversary celebration, or a planned 50th anniversary celebration, set to take place at Milan Fashion Week. A spokesperson for the company added, "Today, with deep emotion, we feel the void left by the one who founded and nurtured this family with vision, passion, and dedication." Sidebar, it's New York Fashion Week about to come out. I just remembered about that. Like, literally, we talking about Milan Fashion Week. I'm like, damn, New York Fashion Week, I think kicks off next Thursday. It's for, look, child, the time be flying. I kind of miss doing New York Fashion Week. I need to get, I need to start fanning out and getting back in those situations because I miss going to the shows. Armani, had been a CEO and creative director up until his death and said in his last interview last weekend, "My greatest weakness is that I'm in control of everything." The self-confessed workaholic who was involved in every aspect of shows had previously revealed how his biggest regret in life is spending way too many hours working and not enough time with friends and family. "In this company, we've always felt like part of a family." This is what the Armani group said. Armani was synonymous with modern Italian style and elegance. He combined the flair of the designer with the acumen of a businessman, running a company that turned over some 2.3 billion euros, which equates to $2.7 billion a year. He had been unwell for some time and was forced to drop out of the group shows at Milan and his group shows at Milan's Men's Fashion Week in June, the first time in his career that he had missed one of his catwalk events. Excuse me. Known as Giorgio, King Giorgio, the designer, was known for overseeing every detail of his collection and every aspect of this business, from advertising to fixing models' hair as they head out onto the runway. A funeral chamber will be set on Saturday and Sunday in Milan, the company said, followed by a private funeral at an unspecified date. Armani dressed the rich and famous in classic tailored styles, fashioned in super soft fabrics and muted tones. His handsome black tie outfits and glittering evening gowns often stole the show on award season red carpets. At the time of his death, Armani had put together an empire worth over $10 billion, which along with clothing, included accessories, home furnishings, perfumes, cosmetics, books, flowers, and even chocolates, ranking him in the world's top 200 billionaires according to Forbes. And I feel like in order for you to make that kind of coin, you most definitely have to be jumping into other endeavors besides, fashion and things. You got to be out here um selling books and cosmetics and perfumes and home goods and flowers and chocolate. I've never heard of Giorgio Armani chocolate, but I wonder what it tastes like. The designer also owns several bars, clubs, restaurants, and his own basketball team, E87 Emporio Armani Milan, better known as Olympia Milano. Now, Armani opened more than 20 restaurants from Milan to Tokyo since 1998 and two hotels, one in Dubai in 2009 and another in Milan in 2010. Armani himself was the foundation of his style. Now, Armani's style began when Giorgio Armani himself, from the penetrating blue eyes, framed in a permanent tan, and early, well, I'm wondering if that was like, I hope you ain't undergo that Donald Trump tan, because at least his look good. An early age shock of silver hair to the trademark jeans and t-shirt work clothes and the minimalist decoration of his private homes. Armani's fashion vision was that of an easygoing elegance where attention to detail made the difference. He said, quote, "I design for real people. This is no virtue whatsoever in creating clothes and accessories that are not practical." He liked to say when asked to identify his clientele. Now, born July 11, 1934 in Piacenza, a small town south of Milan. Armani dreamed of becoming a doctor before a part time job as a window decorator in Milan's department store opened his eyes to the world of fashion. In 1975, Amon and his partner Sergio Gagliotti sold their Volkswagen for $10,000 to start up their own menswear ready-to-wear label. Women's wear followed a year later. The symbol of his new style was the liningless sports jacket, which was launched in the late 70s and became an instant success from Hollywood to Wall Street. The designer paired the jacket with a simple t-shirt, an item of clothing he termed the alpha and omega of the fashion alphabet. The Armani suit soon became a must in the closet of the well heeled man. And for women, the introduction of the pantsuit in the executive workroom was all but revolutionary. Dubbed the power suit with its shoulder padded jacket and man tailored trousers, it became the trademark of the rising class of businesswomen in the 1980s. Now, over the years, Armani would soften the look with delicate detailing, luxurious fabrics, and brighter shades for his basic beige and gray palette. His insistence on pants and jackets led some critics to label his fashion androgynous. Well, yeah, if you kind of think about it, it kind of is an androgynous look. The 80s film classic American Gigolo launched both Armani and actor Richard Gere on their Hollywood careers. Now, dressed in Armani, Gere became America's new favorite heartthrob, and Giorgio, as they called him, the glam set's most popular designer. The Hollywood connection earned him wardrobe film credits in over 200 films, and in 2003, a place on Rodeo Drive's Walk of Fame. Now, Oscar Night always sparkled with smart suiting for the men and glittering gowns for the ladies. The 2009 Best Actor winner, Sean Penn, picked up his statue in a black on black Armani outfit, while Best Actress nominee Anne Hathaway walked the red carpet in a shimmering white strapless evening gown from Armani's latest Prive Couture collection. Is it Prive or Privé? Okay, so now other longtime devotees include Jodie Foster, George Clooney, Sophia Loren, and Brad Pitt. David and Victoria Beckham were the face of the 2009 underwear ad campaign. So it goes on and on and on and talks about, it goes further into his fashion background. And they said that I don't know why I'm gonna ask a silly question. Was Giorgio a homosexual? Because they said that Galati died at 85. Armani had no children, but was very close to his niece Roberta, daughter of his late brother Sergio. Um, they said she abandoned a budding film career to become his director in public relations. So, his niece Roberta, I'm wondering now that he's gone, who's taking it over? Because if she is sort of if she is his director of public relations, and she basically represented her uncle, who wasn't much of a party goer at social events. And it's funny how a lot of people who kind of do things where it's like for social gatherings or make kind of clothes for that, like business attire, or you going out to eat or hanging out with friends, you go and you're kikiing with a little glass in your hand, a Merlot, and all the stuff that you present that image in your fashions, but you're not somebody that likes to hobnob with the people. I always find that a lot of people who don't like doing things in real life like to interject that in their work. And they also said that in 2006, she orchestrated the top billed wedding of actors Tom Cruise and Katie Holmes in a medieval castle outside Rome, while Uncle Sergio designed the attire for both bride and groom. So it was nice that he made the clothes, whatever, but we already know how that marriage turned out. Now we'll see if Honor de Armas, messy behind, is going to end up being the next, Miss Cruz. But in the meantime, shout out to you, Giorgio Armani. I definitely loved seeing a lot of his clothes and stuff on the runways and things of that nature. He is definitely a prominent force in the fashion world. And yeah, we lost another good one. It's like we lose a lot of really good ones, a lot of icons this year. So I definitely want to hear from y'all. What do you guys think of this story regarding the latest on us losing a prominent figure within the world of fashion? So rest in infinite power, Sir Giorgio. Whatever your thoughts are, let me know in the comments down below.